Hello viewers, Super GT here, welcome back to another episode of Forza Horizon 4 multiplayer, or Forza Horizon 4 memes, should we really be saying. So let the carnage and the fun, supposedly, begin. Now I'm going to kick off proceedings in S1 Dirt Racing, and this is one of my go-to cars, the Jim Can't Afford number 9. It's an absolute beast. So throughout the video I'm going to go through a fair few of the cars I like to use, and they'll all have tunes by me, F4H Super GT, in case you would like to download them and give them a try. So you can see just how good this car is, the Jim Can't Afford. It's really at home on the dirt, and when S1 Dirt comes up, this is the first car that I'm looking to choose, and really easy, quite easily pulling away from the rest, and in the end a dominant victory. So we move to the Ambleside Scramble, and just by looking at this circuit and by previous experience I know that this is basically, well, it's just World War III out there essentially. This is where World War III actually kicks off, and we can see this by the fact that Gok-Wan is wearing some hot pants. And unfortunately this sets us into another episode of Planet Earth, the Rammer edition this time around. So the animals are minding their own business, going around the English, beautiful historic countryside. So we've got a nice big truck there, that's the male of the pack. And then this is where it begins, the first touch. And this is where he really has found his prey. So he's going to push the female towards the wall, where she can't escape, and then the mounting process begins. He's on top, and then it's all done. Before you know it, the process is complete. So let's watch that again. So 10 out of 10 for the mount. So he's clearly done this before, and he's on top, and you can see the sparks there flying. The love is real.
Peggy 18.
Anyway, as we move on, I managed to escape the attentions of the horny truck and find myself in mid-pack, and this hairpin here is where things kick off, and he's come back again. He's ready for more. He didn't quite get the mount right this time around, so I managed to escape with my life this time. I'm going to try and escape from the truck again, if at all possible. You see just how tight and twisty this track is, and this really plays into the hands of anyone who likes to make contact, which is basically everyone. And you know what? I do now, because it's the only way to play the game. You have to kind of give as good as you get. If you kind of try to be nice to people, they're not going to be nice to you back. You kind of just have to just go for it, and if contact is necessary, then it's necessary. So into the hairpin once again. We just get hit. Well, I was going to say just get hit. We definitely get hit from behind, and the Ford RS200 has retaken the lead. So we're on the same team, so it doesn't matter too much, but still I want to go for the outright victory. Ford RS200, really good car, and he's actually ghosted out there, so I'm actually going to go through him. Nice little overtake for free, and into the lead, and we're just going to whiz through this lap. In fact, this is actual speed. I haven't sped this up, I'm just actually really fast at the game, and then at the end just slowing down a little bit and actually winning the race. So good stuff. And well, the world actually just imploded on itself, and we fell through in this aerial atom, and actually did a really good drift. That was a really good drift somehow. Not quite sure how that one came about, but it did. So we moved to the Mortimer Garden Scramble, and if you want yourself a really good dirt car in S2, well, don't choose the Ford 918 like this guy who's doing a stupid dance. This is the downfall of society, when that guy's doing a silly dance. So we absolutely have to beat him, and we're going to do it in this aerial atom. The aerial atom is an absolute beast for S2 dirt racing. It's not really the car I would have thought of, because normally it's all the trucks and stuff which do well. But the aerial atom is a really good car. There he is, pushed him off, the silly dancing man who's creating the downfall of society, and found myself in 5th. So I can't quite unleash the full potential of this car. It does have a downside. It's low to the ground, and the driver isn't that great at avoiding walls. So being low to the ground doesn't help it through water, and I'm going to kind of get punted a couple of times here. It does actually help me get away from the pack. They kind of boosted me. Nice little nitrous oxide boost from behind, if you like. But this guy's so low to the ground that through water it doesn't respond too well. So on these tracks where there's a little bit of water, you will have to slow down a little bit compared to the trucks who have much higher clearance, so they can go through the water a bit quicker. But other than that, it just has amazing grip, amazing power, and it's actually fairly easy to drive. So I'm definitely going to recommend that you can choose this car for S2 Dirt. Not so much for cross country, but definitely for dirt. So we're going to come to the water once again. Someone in a, I think it's the Donkavort, or is it the Caterham? I think it's the Donkavort. And so you can see it's actually quite a strange choice. S2 Dirt, and we've got some sort of track toys, beefed up track toys, which seem to be doing very well. It's coming through. I'm going to smash him in the rear end. He's braking for corners that he really doesn't need to brake for. And just going to kind of play it patient here. Last lap, I think I'm quicker, but just got to try and find the way through. And again friendly with his rear end. Through here, is he going to take a nice line? Yes, he is, actually braking for the turn. Wow, how about that? Through here though, another left hander going to go to the right hand side, take a nicer line over the bump. Through we go, bit of contact. But that is par for the course in Forza Horizon 4. If you're not doing a bit of contact, then you're doing it wrong, basically. So, through the checkpoint and coming up to the end of the race, just the last sector to do here. So, S2 Dirt, what a car this is. Aerial atom, absolute monster. And coming through to win the race. Sublime stuff indeed.
Every season there are new reasons to play Forza Horizon 4, and the huge, creative, fun-loving Horizon community will be there to
ram you off at every opportunity, to fire off their teammates into trees, to just avoid turning into corners and just go flying off the wrong way, and to try and mount you at all costs. And of course, did I mention that they'll ram you off?
Thank you so much.
But anyway, back into some road action, or free roam rush action. I'd say road, I actually mean air action. Remember, the airplane DLC did come out, as evidenced by this here. And the game wants you to hit trees. Look at this. Look at this. It forced me to hit the tree. What the hell?
Are you recording, Trick Shot?
Yes, I am recording trick shots, and this is my recording. Have a look at this. Because this is... We're back on the ground now, so we've chosen the road racing discipline after a disappointing end to the tree hitting simulator. And the Ascari, I was looking at it in the garage and I thought actually this could be a good car. Rear wheel drive, which doesn't always do well, but in S1, look at this, kind of just flying through the pack. So I do always wonder, am I doing well because the car is good or because everyone else is driving crap? Normally it's a combination of the two, but on this occasion I think the car is actually fairly good, and rear wheel drive is perhaps underappreciated in the game because we all know that all-wheel drive is borderline overpowered, and it does suit the car much better when you're going off-road, which you do a lot in the game. But on the road races, rear-wheel drive is definitely worth giving a shot. And if you just drive semi-okay, then you're going to beat most people, as we kind of did here on this occasion here. So finishing the line in first. And we're going to move to another rear-wheel drive, this time in S2, the Noble M600. Now this is normally an S1 car. Top of S1, I think it's 900 PI stock. So I thought I'd tune it up. And this guy's just not going to bother braking, go flying across. So find myself near the tail end of the pack. What can we do from here other than slide ourselves across that wall? So Honda NSX in front. He's going to brake way too much for that corner, give it way too much respect. And I'm up a position. Another NSX riding himself across the wall. And I find myself now in fourth. So onto this long back straight. You can really see the speed of this car. Hunted down by a Vulcan behind. and into the sweeping left. We're taking it very nicely. The car has good brakes. And we've really caught up with the three ahead. We've got a pink drifting Veyron. That is so Horizon, getting in the way. On my team actually, so I kind of want to get past this guy as quick as possible. Up the inside, across the line into turn 1, and he's going to brake a little bit too late. Given that he's a Veyron, it's pretty much the heaviest thing on Earth. We're so heavy, should we just say that the Earth is on the Veyron? Because the Veyron's actually bigger and heavier than Earth. So it should actually be the other way around. So up into third, cheeky little wall ride there. And we're going to progress round to try to catch up with the top two, who are seeming like fairly competent fast guys. We'll find out if they're competent when we actually catch up with them in just a moment. Into this turn, I seem to be gaining through this one very nicely indeed, just grazing the fence on the way out the turn. We've got a McLaren Senna just in front on our team. I'm going to give him a boost. Team tactics there. And it looks like we've got the Centenario in the lead. And they're sending nice driving messages to each other. Was that a quick, cheeky little punt into turn 1? I couldn't quite see. But again, the nice driving message comes up. So, last lap. How is this one quite going to change? At the moment, the red team are winning by virtue of having this guy in the lead. So, of course, you get that bonus 50 points for leading the race, or for winning the race. And he's braking on corners he doesn't need to brake on. And in fact, he was braking on the entry of the straight. 3 abreast coming down the back straight here. Insane stuff. I'm just going to force my way through into second. And then Senna's going to brake a little bit too much. The Centenario comes back for more. And I'm going to really not take that too kindly. I'm going to force him wide into the barrier. The Senna's punting me in the rear end as well. He really got double teamed there. Coming through the final turn, the Senna in the lead. He's just going to go off to the right hand side there. Where's he gone? Where has he gone? He just completely disappeared. Oh man, sad moments, sad times indeed. And he's just going to pull over stage right. Oh man, what are you doing? What are you doing? You only had to finish the race. It was right there. And the red team won in the end because of that. So we actually lost the race. We would have won it right there. But anyway, we move on a little bit. Now this car, this is something that I'm reminded of from Forza Horizon 3, because this car was really good in Horizon 3. It's the International Scout. It's basically a box with an engine in it, and that's the best description of it. But in S1 cross country, this is what you need. That Kia Stinger there isn't what you need. This big box. This is the pinnacle of cross country racing in this game. So this Subaru up ahead, he's going to go off this jump at the wrong angle. Like that's not what we want to be doing. Misses the checkpoint by a mile, and you know he just drives into the suicide forest, presumably for Logan Paul to later record him. But that Subaru, you know, you don't want a Subaru. As good as Subarus are, this cardboard box here, this is what you need for cross country racing. So the International Scout, absolute monster of a car. It was good in Horizon 3. And it just sort of came to memory as before my previous episode. I kind of realised that I don't have really any cross-country cars. I kind of just thought, I assumed that dirt racing cars would do well on cross-country, but it's not quite the same. You do need different cars for cross-country than you do for dirt, mainly because of just all the bouncing around and going through walls, pummeling the opposition, of course. Going through water a lot more often, going over very big jumps. So these trucks, these boxes seem to do very well, and I definitely recommend getting yourself a couple of these. Even if you hate cross country, but you know you have no choice online, you kind of get forced into doing disciplines that you don't want to do in classes you don't want to do. You have no choice, and you can't have collisions off racing. Bring back collisions off racing. Where did that go? Anyway, mini rant over. I'm going to finish the racing first. I think the Kia Stinger followed me quite closely there, but no match for a box. So moving on to S2 Dirt. This is the car you need, the BAC Mono. How about that? This thing is honestly ridiculous in S2. The guy there, F50 GT. Another guy here, Ultima. Very powerful rear-wheel drive cars, although they might have, well, they probably did convert the drivetrain, let's be honest. But still, the BSE Mono, this is the pinnacle of dirt racing in this game. This is the best. This is the best car, or I mean S2, I suppose. I suppose you could make an X-Class car faster. As I almost ran over some sheep. This F50 GT is going to take a little nibble at me into this turn. But yeah, this is the best, from what I can tell at the moment, best S2 class dirt racing car. This thing is just absolutely ridiculous off-road. It's got so much grip, four-wheel drive, very planted, very low to the ground. It just seems like you don't actually need much ground clearance in this, on this dirt racing. Maybe if you go through water, yes, but typically, no. The Subaru, no match. You don't want a Subaru. Subaru, yeah, I know they have pedigree in rally racing, but BSE Mono, this is where it's at. This is the pinnacle. This is as good as it gets. So, this is the car you need to download. This is the car you need to buy if you want to be dominating these S2 dirt races. See just how easy it is to control over the jump, no drama at all, and just fully under control through these turns, not hitting that tractor like I normally do, and just swinging away into the lead, carrying the team, carrying the red team. This is the silly thing about the team-based adventure, because you can't quit the race, so you can't quit Team Adventure on the last race. You have to wait for the vote and then wait for the first race and then quit, and then it messes up the scores for the first race, which is really stupid. But anyway, we go again for another quick adventure. I'll go through this race very quickly. That's Subaru's turning off to the left. I think he thought it was free-roam rush for a second there. And then we've actually got an ambulance, which is probably a good idea, to be fair, because I think most people do kind of like to get murdered when they're playing Horizon 4. The amount of murder that goes on is more than EastEnders, basically. It's basically a soap opera, I think, playing online on this game. So I've kind of grinded myself into the lead, ruthlessly shoving that Alpha out of the way. I'll get lunged out of nowhere by a truck. I think the Alpha might have turned into a truck, taken on his second form. He's evolved like a Pokemon. And then I've done a nice little cutback on said truck, and I've got myself back into the lead. Look at the grip here. This is dirt racing, but it's actually half on a circuit or tarmac. So this car, it just does it all. It just does everything. It just handles it all. Wherever you throw at it, it'll deal with it. Into the hairpin, look at this. On the brakes, boom, down all the gears. Perfectly hit the apex. Beautiful stuff. The rest of the people, no, can't quite say the same. All smashing into the wall, of course. And I've flown away into the lead and into a race victory. Good stuff indeed. Now, this is something that worries me. The lack of socks. There's a massive lack of socks in this game, and I can't quite see how the game can get 9.6 with no socks. So I think that needs to be amended. So we move on to the final race of the video. Still in the BSE Mono. Let's go through Edinburgh at night, pummeling my opposition out of the way, guys. You don't want a Pagani Zonda. You don't want that Nissan GTR LM Forza edition. You want a BSE Mono, the ultimate noob wagon. This is what you need. Pushing everyone out of the way, just ruthless. So everyone's saying I'm too cautious, I'm too nice, too polite. Well, not anymore. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Just ram everyone out of the way. This is how you play this game. This is the Forza Horizon 4 way. You know, just pummel the opposition into submission. Just kill them as much as possible. The more kills you get, the better. It's basically Call of Duty on the road. This is essentially what this game is. So we find ourselves here in third position, courtesy of a nice little mistake going wide onto the grass. It cost me a couple of seconds there, but I have a potential for a comeback. I'm going to ruthlessly pass this guy up the inside, destroy this fence. At least someone has to fix it. I've created employment there. And further round, I think the Nissan's going to overshoot. Yes, he does. See you later, my friend. Well, I'm going to semi-overshoot. But I find myself in second. Quite a long way off, though. So all I can do really is just race my best and hope that something happens. So kind of flying through here, past the castle, back onto the road. Oh my god, flying through, and I've braked a little bit too late. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. Into the shop almost, and across the bridge. Just 20% of the race left to go, and I'm spotting on the map that the blue guy has stopped. That's what you call a bottle job. There he is. Oh, does he just want to let me win? And I'm just going to go full ham on him here with the "What's the matter, scared?" Oh, get wrecked. Anyway, that's the end of the video. I do hope you enjoyed it as always. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your amazing moments you've had in the game. And I shall see you next time. Thank you for the support as always. Thank you for the mega support. Welcome to all the new subscribers. There's plenty of you. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I shall see you next time. Goodbye.
Listen.